Back to our history class today. Today we are going to study one history lesson for you, that is fourth lesson, Tribals, the Course and Vision of a Golden Age. That is our chapter name. Every time while we are studying history, we are starting to study some important great personalities, their role, the hard work or the sufferings that they had, etc. Here we are going to study one another important person. That what is special to that person is that he is not born in a great or in a richer family and also had no any full education also. Entirely different from all other histories that you are studying. So other than the great educated, great personalities of world, here people from humble life also had their own role in case of every nation's history. So we are studying about such a person, his role, the hard work that he had, etc. to make our nation free from outsiders. That is what we are going to study today. That is a person born in a tribal family. His name is Birsa and the name of his tribe is Munda. Munda tribe in Chota Nagpur area of Bihar is the place where this person called Birsa born. What is his speciality? That his own people or his own members or the tribals in that locality believe that he is a particular person with some different types of qualities or divine qualities that he can or he could solve many of the problems from his daily life, or also he is a man who have enough and more capacity or abilities to cure different type of diseases, etc. But actually, is there any supernatural power for him or how did he become special, etc. We need to study here. So by beginning it all that we are going to study about a person born in a tribal family and what a tribal man can do to make our nation free. That is what we are studying here. But before going to study about whatever points or whatever struggles that he had, what type of methods that he followed here, who supported him, etc., we need to study about the lifestyle of tribals. Other than Mundas, many other different type of tribals were there in Chota, Nagpur, area of Bihar, and whatever jobs that they had, how was their daily life, etc., need to study by the beginning. Other than Mundas in Chota Nagpur, some other different type of tribals just like Sandals were a group of tribals, Oravans were another group of types or another type of tribals or Gonds, another variety. All of them had their own different types of occupation. Even though they were tribals, they didn't follow same occupational structure. All of them have their own method of life. So some of the people followed Jhum cultivation, a term that might have been heard early. Jhum cultivation is a kind of shifting cultivation, mainly practiced in northeastern states or the central Indian area together. That is, shifting cultivation means just for cultivation, as they are mainly depending on the forest area as they were tribals. Firstly, they will clear a particular locality for agriculture, and after clearing the forest to fully for or making that forest area ready for cultivation, they will start to cultivate that area by scattering the different type of seeds here and there without having no any modern technologies. All what they used were the traditional tools just like axe or pickaxe or hoes, etc. Using all these machines or tools, they cleared the forest area and cut the branches of trees and also tilled the soil, etc. So, making ready the soil for cultivation, they will scatter the different type of grains in that locality and will wait till the harvest. But when harvesting is finished, they will not stick on that piece of land again. They will shift from that place to another. That is why that cultivation or that type of cultivation was called as shifting cultivation. That means they are shifting their cultivable or cultivation locality from one place to another. And once they cultivated an area, it will be left free for minimum 3 or 4 years to make the soil ready or to restore its fertility by its own without adding no any different types of chemical fertilizers, etc. If they were leaving the soil itself to restore its fertility by their own. So, such kind of a type of job or a shifting cultivation was practiced by a group of people. So, the land left without cultivation to restore its fertility were called fallow land. So, after shifting cultivation, the area will be left for restoring its quality. They were a group of people. They practiced shifting cultivation. And another type of tribals in that Chota Nagpur locality were hunters or gatherers, fully depending on the forest area nearby. And they have full freedom to move through the forest area to collect whatever different types of food products. Maybe honey or any other medicines or different types of barks or leaves or roots or fruits, etc. were collected. That was the most important or main staple food for them, fruits and roots. So collecting all these different food items were one of the important job for them. They were gatherers. And hunters also were there in another side. They also have their full freedom to go and to hunt whatever animals they have. But anyhow, as once we studied that those who are living near the forest will be the protectors of forest, will not destroy or disturb the forest as a whole for our own needs. They are depending on that forest for their daily life. So one group of people were shifting cultivators, or another term we studied that Jhum cultivation, mainly practicing in northeastern states or in central India. Another group was hunters and the another group was herders, etc. So different type of occupation were practiced by different group of tribals in that locality, that is in Chota Nagpur locality. Other than these Jhum cultivators or hunters or gatherers, there were another group of tribals there and with their another important occupation called herding animals. As it is an area with a forest with full of different types of grazing area, herding is another important job for them. And Punjab or Andhra Pradesh, etc. were important places where this type of occupational or group of people with herding as their main important job also found a lot. When Gujars in Punjab were a group of people, they considered their main important occupation must be based on herding. So different such group of people also. Other than this, here we can see that just we studied that a group of people with a shifting cultivation. But here some of the group of farmers in that tribal community stopped shifting cultivation and they started to practice settled life. They were also farmers, but they stopped shifting place from one place to another. But instead, they located in a settled in a place and used the same patch of land for continuous cultivation for a long period of time. So, such another group also. Herders were there, hunters or gatherers or shifting cultivators or settled cultivators. That means tribals were there, but different types of job that they had to earn their daily life. That means all of them have their own free time and free movement was possible. All of them had a, what you can say, a satisfied life, were depending on each other without having no clashes or no possibilities of clash or conflicts each other. Such a kind of most fruitful and also most happiest days that they had enjoyed once in their life. But here, what happened to their life later that it is a time of our Britishers. About Britishers and their arrival or the expansion of their territory, etc. we studied in the last lesson. So here we have to identify that when the Britishers started to capture territories from one place to another, other than the rulers or the peasants in the towns or in villages, even tribal people also started to be disturbed by the Britishers. And the Britishers believed that forest also is one of the most important resource which could make their wealth a little bit larger, or a large amount of profit can be possible to make out of this available forest area. So where the tribals lived, as they were near to forest area, their life also was started to disturb by the Britishers and their new rules or policies that they introduced here. We have studied that in case of a nation or in case of a locality, not only one community can live, lots of different tribals also will be live together. And in case of Chota Nagpur area in Bihar, it is a place with a different type of tribal groups. And just we discussed about the most important popular jobs that they followed in order to get their daily earnings. And even though they were hunters or gatherers or shifting cultivators or settled cultivators, they were satisfied in their daily life and were keeping a good nature with everyone till the arrival of Britishers and their new rules. So, when Britishers started to interfere in their daily life, it resulted in total problems, and the total atmosphere of their daily life was disturbed, that resulted or that led into a different type of revolt under this leader Birsa Munda. That we need to study in the next class, because lots of points, that means about the interference of Britishers etc. need to study in the next class. So now let us wind up our today's class. Study well. We will meet in the next class with the remaining portions of the chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.